Welcome back. Today, I wanted to share the moment that I received the spiritual vision. There are moments in life that change everything, not because something happened inside of you, but because something awakening within you. For me, that awakening came in the most unexpected way. I was quiet one night that I was alone praying after doing breath work, because that's one of the things that I love to do now is breath work. Then I do meditation. And in that moment that I was praying, I was asking God, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Is this the right thing to do? And then something happened. My eyes were closed, and then I started seeing a vision. A giant tree that stood before me. The roots were very, very deep, and the branches were stretching towards heaven, but it looked really, really big. The air was golden, like in light, like gold. The light around it was like moving. It was like it was alive, everything. Then out of nowhere, I felt my grandmother presence. And I even felt her like she touched my hands. And I heard these words. You see the tree? You are the tree. You will grow deep. Your roots and high branches, you will feed many, shade many, and your fruit will bless generations. And then I asked, well, what does that mean? And she told me something that I still think about that phrase every time I feel desperate. She put her hands in my mouth and she said, just focus. Take a deep breath, exhale, and focus. You gotta sit still. You can't keep going. Sit still, focus, take a deep breath. And I remember doing that, sitting still and doing that, what she was saying. And when I did that, I start to see how my business start to, from that little tree, that it was a little tree. And that was my business, my cleaning business. And she said, do not be afraid. You're not crazy for what you feel. And in that vision, I said, but people think I'm crazy. People think that what I'm doing is not right, that none of this will succeed. And she said, just focus. You will succeed, but you need to focus. Do not listen to the voices of the outside. Listen to what is in your heart. Ask for what you want. Command what you want, and the heavens will move. And I said that I'm scared. I'm scared that people will not believe in me. And she said, do not be afraid because heavens are moving now. You just need to focus. And when I opened my eyes from that spiritual vision, I remember calling my husband and saying, I never had this happen to me, but this is what happened. This is what I saw. And I'm scared now. And One of the things that I was told to do is to stop and to focus and to take a deep breath. And he said, but it was something that you saw. And I said, yes, I saw it with my own eyes. I never experienced something like that. And that was because I was asking God if this was my real purpose. And that was the answer that I got. I don't understand it, but I will continue to walk this walk. And I'm going to start to exercise that more, where I will focus and I will take a deep breath. I will start to do that more because I was told to not allow the voices of the outside distortion the idea, the feeling, the wanting, the information that I already have. I did not understand it then, but that vision became the blueprint for everything that came after my healing. It was like the road finally would show part of it, of where I'm supposed to step. What is the next step that I need to do? My business, my next level vision. That's where I saw it more clear. It was God's way of showing me, hey, your story is sacred. Your journey has a purpose. Every rejection, every door being closed, the pain that you felt, the one that you feel now, that is my training ground for you. That night, I learned that you don't have to chase purpose. You just have to surrender. You just have to be open for God to do the work, not to keep looking for more. And what is your purpose? You only need to surrender and you only need to remember. God doesn't hide your destiny, He hides it inside of you. It's in you. Every time you surrender and align, you water your own roots. And slowly, your life begins to bloom. If you ever felt lost or disconnected from your purpose, I want you to take a deep breath. You are not behind. You are being prepared. The road will open when you're ready. Stop looking for your mission, your purpose, where you're supposed to be, and start looking inside. Start asking God, what is my purpose? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Your roots are growing. Trust the silence. Trust the soil. Even when it feels dark. Even when something that you're doing is not giving you the uh, results that you expect. Even when you feel pain. Because one day when you least expect it, God will reveal the vision. That vision that He planted inside of you long time ago. And when He does, you will understand everything. Every struggle, every season, every door shut, every not yet, every connection that it went out, you will understand that that was necessary. You will finally understand that nothing meant for destruction, but to build you up. Thank you for walking with me through this part of my story. In the next episode, we'll talk about what happened after that vision, the seasons of testing, loss, and divine redirection that shaped me into the woman that I am today. I'm going to share with you the moments that I listened to God in the moments that I was still trying to figure it out on my own. Yet, even I know the vision and I knew what God was already doing with me, the flesh is still wanted to do their own thing. I was still trying to control. I will continue to share more, so stay tuned and we'll see you next time.